I mean, being married, I always told myself that if there's one thing that I could keep off my wife's plate, out of all the crazy things that I've done, um, would be adultery, it, cheating. You know, that's just one thing I just will not ever ever do. Like I just always felt like I never want my wife to have that type of conversation with her mom, with her friends, family. I never want her to deal with something like that. And I always told myself, you know, being 10 years married to her is just that's just one thing she's never gonna have to deal with. She's never gonna have that conversation. Like I'm always gonna want to be in my marriage. I'm always gonna want to be with her. I'm always gonna want to make it work. I'm always gonna want to make things work for us because I don't want to. I don't want to lose in that area. You know what I'm saying? So like that was most important to me because I felt like when I married her, um, I knew from the moment I seen her. Like everybody always asks me, like, "Yo, L, yo, how'd you know that you was ready for marriage?" It's like, yo, listen, I was with someone, I was with someone for about 5 years, and like it never came about. It never registered. Like in nothing. But when I saw my wife, everything took a hold. Everything stopped. Like I knew that I wanted to marry. I knew that I wanted to be with. I knew that I wanted to give her my last name. Like, and that's what it was. It was that feeling. And some people get that feeling. Some people it just snaps and like that feeling is there. And I think like that's when you know like you're ready for marriage. And then like for my advice for anybody that's in a marriage or in a relationship or they have a trouble, I feel like listen, just always want to be in your relationship. Always want to be in your marriage. Like that's what keeps it healthy when you want to be in the situation. Like because you put energy in what you do. Like you love what you do. I love being married. I love being married to my wife. I love it. I love like get on her nerves. Like if there's one thing that I could honestly say is like out of all the crazy stuff that I done, stuff that gets on her nerves and pisses her off, it's like that's just one thing she don't ever have to really worry about. She never has to worry about that. Like I know I do crazy stuff. Like why you spending extra money? Why you left the toilet seat up? Why is the floor wet? Why you keep putting dishes in? That's listen. I could live with that. I could live with that. But I can't live with myself knowing that my wife has to feel like wake up and know there's another woman. Like that's just me, guys. Like that's just me. Like I just feel like that. I just feel like I got to a point in my life where I know out of all the stuff I have done and I've been around the world, all the stuff that I've done in my life, like I know I couldn't have done it without my wife. Like I that's just me. I don't like I could be out, you know, a night, 2 nights, working, making things happen. And like I'm dreading it, like I'm dreading, going to sleep because I'm not with my wife. And I think like that's my best friend. That's my homie. That's the person that like when I don't want to hear it, but I need to hear it, that's the person I go to. And that's just my thoughts on being married and being married for 10 years. And I talk to people that's been married for 40 years you know, and I sit there and I ask them, how do you do it? And I get the knowledge. I think that's what you should be doing. I think you should be getting knowledge on your relationship, getting knowledge. You don't know how to be in a relationship. We don't go to school. We don't got class one-on-one relationship. We don't have these things. We don't have these marriage classes in college and in high school and elementary. We don't have those. You learn from experience, but then like sometimes your experience is probably like the bad, it could be the bad experience. And like you think every guy or every woman is like that. I think when you get around people that can elevate you and have you thinking on how you should be in your relationship or your marriage, I think that makes you a better person. I think that you find better ways on how to handle situations that maybe you couldn't handle on your own. So to me, I would say, like, if anybody that's trying to have a healthy relationship or that is trying to better their marriage, and I think that the number one thing is that you get knowledge, get in front of everything that that you could learn from being in a relationship, being in a marriage, being with yourself, understanding that person, read some books, um, get yourself as much knowledge you can, because even if you're not with that person, you know who you are. And I think that's the most important thing. I think that when you find the person that you want to be with, um, you're not worried about your pride. You're not worried about, oh, I want to do this, but I don't think she gonna like it, or I'm looking for, like, we gotta stop looking for a response. Just do it. Just, you know, my wife don't like flowers, real flowers, because they die, and the majority of women don't like it because they die. Some women do. But I knew there was another way, so I went and bought $20 worth of fake roses. Bought a vase. The vase cost more than the flowers. Put some candy on the bottom. Put a bowl. She woke up. She had flowers. I mean, it was the little thing that made her say, "He's listening." You know. So, like, don't get in a relationship where you feel like you you're not listen, like you're not planning to listen. You're not planning to work on it. You're in a relationship because it just looks nice. It just sounds nice. So when you're around your family, you can say you got a girl, you got a man, but you are struggling. You're fighting yourself. And you don't need to be. You need to learn how to be with someone. And if you don't know how to be with someone, please go get some help. And I'm not talking therapy. I'm talking, like, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Get yourself in front of some videos. Read some books. Like, you will get around the right people. But don't sit there and think you know how to be with this person. You know how to love this person. You know how to care for this person. Talk to this person. That's why relationships don't succeed. It's because I feel like everybody think they know what they're doing. And I was like that. I mean, 10 years, trust me, it ain't pretty. But, like, when you start to learn and you start to apply, then, the world's yours. Like, really, like, you have to really tell yourself, like, I really can be a better person. The sorries is an action. It's an action. So if you want to be in a healthy relationship, you have to go in it healthy, with knowledge, with being open, and being honest. Like, if that's what you want, and it's not a one-sided thing. It has to be two sides. It has to be, both of y'all. Y'all can't just, oh, well, you do this and I'm gonna sit back. No, both of you have to want to do it. Like, you both have to want this as much as, the next person. Like, at what point do you stop playing games and say, yo, I'm gonna settle down? No, like, you can. Like, there's nothing wrong with just being with one person. Like, oh, my phone's dry. I'm not used to my phone dry. I'd rather my phone be dry than me getting some useless text messages from some pointless people that we're never going to be anything. So if your ultimate goal is to be in a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage, like, honestly, get the knowledge first. Get the knowledge. Or if you already in it, just, brush up on your stuff. Like, Kobe Bryant still practice to this day. Jordan still practice after he got his third ring. After he got his fourth ring, he's still practicing. Like, keep practicing. Like, it doesn't stop because you got a ring. You have to practice to get more rings, and those rings become years. Oh, we made it another year. That's a ring. Another year. 40. Lady I talked to today, she said, I've been married for 40 years. That's 40 rings. 40 rings, guys. So that's just my take on marriage. That's my take. That's sharing some moments with my, in my marriage with my wife. Um, I love her. I don't put nothing above her. I mean, she gets everything under the sun. This girl used to wait for me to get out of school in the snow. She would leave Queens to go to Manhattan just so we could go home, and because she didn't want to be alone at home. I mean, most people are like, oh, that's pathetic. No, that's love. That's like, I want to be with my man. I support my man. Like, my man, it's not that far from graduating and getting his degree. Like, this woman, used to put money in my pocket because I was paying for college, and I was giving my mom money. I didn't have money. I was broke. I had $20 after I got paid. But she seen what I was doing, and she could have left, and she stuck around. So people see her, and they see all the stuff that she has or we do. Is because she deserves it. She put that work in. She gave me an opportunity. I can't not repay her. Like, I owe her everything. So, guys, I'm telling y'all honestly, if you want a healthy relationship, you want a healthy marriage, you have to want to be in it. All right? It's your boy Lemar Wilson saying, uplift your mind before you uplift your phone. Peace.